Did you know that a single mistake while driving your manual car could lead to costly repairs? It's true. What seems like a minor habit could be putting immense stress on your vehicle's clutch and transmission without you even realizing it. While driving a manual transmission car offers more control and a more thrilling experience, there are hidden dangers that can result in expensive damage if you're not careful. In our last video, we uncovered the top mistakes that drivers make when handling automatic cars, and how those seemingly small habits can lead to costly repairs. But what about manual cars? Don't worry. Today, we're going to reveal the top mistakes most drivers make with manual cars and show you how to avoid them so you can keep your car in great condition and enjoy every drive. By the end of this video, you'll have the insights needed to drive your manual car smoothly and confidently, knowing you're not making any of these costly errors. Stick with us, and let's make sure your car stays in top shape for years to come. Let's dive into the first mistake that could be silently damaging your car. It's something many drivers do every day without thinking twice, but it could be leading to serious transmission issues. Mistake number 8. Resting your foot on the clutch pedal. Resting your foot on the clutch pedal might seem harmless, but even the slightest pressure can partially engage the clutch. This means the clutch disc can slip against the flywheel, creating friction and heat. Over time, this can wear out the clutch components prematurely, leading to a burnt-out clutch. This isn't just an expensive repair. It can also compromise your safety. Remember, the clutch pedal should only be used when shifting gears or when starting and stopping the car. The rest of the time, keep your foot off it to avoid unnecessary wear. If you thought resting your foot on the clutch was a minor issue, wait until you hear about the next one. It's a mistake that could leave you stalled in the middle of traffic. Mistake number 7. Not engaging the clutch when braking. As you slow down, the engine's RPM decreases along with the car's speed. If the RPM drops too low without disengaging the clutch, the engine will stall, which can be particularly dangerous in traffic. To prevent this, always press the clutch pedal when braking. This disengages the engine from the transmission, allowing it to idle smoothly without stalling. It's a crucial habit to develop, especially in stop-and-go traffic or when approaching a stop sign or red light. Now, if you think stalling in traffic is bad, the next mistake could lead to an unexpected rollaway. Mistake number 6. Leaving your car in neutral when parking. Unlike automatic cars, which have a park position, manual cars rely on the gear to help keep the car stationary. When parking, especially on an incline, always leave your car in first gear or reverse. This provides an additional layer of security along with the emergency brake. While the handbrake is essential, it can sometimes fail, especially in cold weather or if it's not properly maintained. Leaving your car in gear helps prevent it from rolling away unexpectedly. Speaking of unexpected surprises, our next mistake involves a sound that no driver wants to hear. Mistake number 5. Grinding the gears. Grinding the gears is an unpleasant sound that occurs when the gears clash instead of meshing smoothly. It usually happens when drivers try to shift without fully engaging the clutch or when they don't match the engine's RPM with the next gear. Grinding gears can cause significant damage to the transmission, leading to costly repairs. To avoid this, always make sure to fully press the clutch pedal before shifting and take the time to match the engine's speed to the next gear. It might take some practice, but it's well worth it to keep your car running smoothly. Just when you think you've mastered gear shifting, there's another mistake that could be wearing out your clutch faster than you think. Mistake number 4. Holding your car in gear at a red light. While it might seem convenient to keep the car ready to move at a red light, this puts unnecessary strain on the clutch system. The clutch release bearing isn't designed to be in constant contact with the pressure plate. Over time, this can lead to wear and even failure of the clutch components. Instead, shift into neutral and use the handbrake while waiting at a light. This reduces wear on the clutch and saves you from having to keep your foot pressed down, which can be tiring. We're getting into the top 3 now, and this next mistake could cause your car to jerk violently or even stall. Mistake number 3. Releasing the clutch too soon. Releasing the clutch too soon can cause the car to jerk forward, stall, or even damage the engine and transmission. The key is to find the clutch's biting point, the point where the clutch starts to engage. It takes practice to get a feel for this, but once you do, you'll be able to transition smoothly without stalling or jerking. This is especially important when starting from a stop or shifting into higher gears. As we move to the second most common mistake, remember that even seasoned drivers can fall victim to this one, especially in a rush. Mistake number 2, lugging the engine or flooring the accelerator at low RPMs. Lugging the engine occurs when you're in a high gear at a low speed and try to accelerate quickly. It puts a lot of stress on the engine and can lead to long-term damage. Instead, if you need to accelerate, downshift to a lower gear first. This allows the engine to rev higher and provide the necessary power without straining. Remember, smooth acceleration is not just about speed, but also about maintaining the health of your engine. And finally, the number 1 mistake, one that can completely ruin your clutch and leave you with a hefty repair bill if you're not careful. Mistake number 1, using the clutch to hold your car on a hill. Using the clutch to hold your car in place on a hill is a common mistake that can quickly wear out the clutch. Instead of holding the clutch at the biting point, use the handbrake to keep the car stationary. This way, you avoid unnecessary wear on the clutch and reduce the risk of rolling back into another vehicle. Many modern manual cars come with hill hold assist features, which can hold the car stationary for a few seconds, giving you time to move your foot from the brake to the accelerator. Now that you're aware of these common mistakes with manual cars and how to avoid them, it's time to expand your car maintenance skills. In our next video, we'll cover 10 easy maintenance tips every car owner should know. These simple tips will help you avoid unnecessary expenses and keep your vehicle in top condition. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of our content.